small differences.
This is Murmur's town, only from the past. It was once called Fabianum, the town of gladiators, visited by Fabius, the hero of heroes. But the dark tide claimed it in the end, leaving behind a scar Septimont will never forget.
Augusta, look over there. Are those lingering frequencies from the past?
Let's follow them. It might lead us to more answers.
I didn't see you by the Oak Hollow today. You promised we'd go explore Main's Deep together. Don't tell me you got roped into errands again. Sorry. Otto got hurt, and Uncle Philo short on help at the shop, so I volunteered. But I lost track of time. All right. But isn't it odd how people always come asking you for help? We're children, after all. I don't know. Me neither. I guess it is high tide season. Uncle Philo must be busy at his forge. Even Ma and Pa are busy preparing for the hunt. If only we could find our way to Main's Deep. Maybe we'd hear the hero of heroes whispers and gain a mighty resonance, just like in Grandma Rhoda's stories. If I were strong enough to join the hunt, maybe Ma and Pa wouldn't have to work themselves to the bone.
You're strong to me, Angel. Sometimes I wish I could be as strong as you. I don't think I've ever had your gifts. Father always said, you swing a sword fine enough, but your resonance ability is average at best. Not gladiator material.
Average? I don't believe that for a second. Come on, let me see your hand. Your tacit mark's there, right? Hey, why are you hesitating?
were missing alive. So I thought if I could get us some.
Ah, not this again. You really can be a handful sometimes.
Yes, 16 years ago. Right before the dark tide hit.
Huh? There's that floating thing again!
I think it's trying to lead the way for us this time. We should follow it. It's hovering by those phantoms.
What will we do? There you are. Oh, I was looking everywhere for you. Here, take some of these candies. Grandma Rosa gave them to us. Hey, do you think what Grandma Rosa said about Main Deep is real? Like, if I really had the hero of heroes whisper in Okolo, do you think I could ask them to fix my brother's leg? With a resonance ability that powerful, maybe he could get better, just like how he was. The grown-ups keep saying how awful this dark tide will be. And my brother's leg, it won't heal. They said he'll never be a gladiator now. In that case, why not try your luck in Oak Hollow? You can take my sword. Just make sure to bring it back to Uncle Philo later. But aren't you coming too? There's no extra sword. You can't reach Main's Deep without your sword. It's okay. I'll wait till next time. I'll find a way to get more swords, so everyone can have one.
That little girl. Does her voice sound familiar to you? I feel like I've heard it somewhere before.
We've got no other leads for now. Let's check it out.
More phantoms of the past.
Oh, look over there! I see it!
You are there! Oh, you wouldn't believe what
It's cutting out. Can't hear what it's saying. Rover, that floating thing. Seems like it's distracted. Something's messing with it, but I can't see what. Feels like, I don't know, like there's an invisible wall cutting us off.
Another waystone. That can't be just a coincidence. It led us into the Sonoro. Maybe it can lead us out.
You're saying we should use it to leave the Sonaro, and that whatever's messing with us might be coming from outside.
Could be. It's worth trying.
go look at the phantoms over there.
Oh, I wish you were there, Angel. Oh, you wouldn't believe what happened. I, I only ran a few laps with Edric, and guess what? He got so dizzy he tripped over his own feet and smack! Chipped a tooth!
Hold still. I'm trying to get the salve on. Look at you. Black and blue and still grinning like a goat. All right, out with it. What do you do to that thick-skulled Enric this time, huh? You're hurt pretty bad. Guess that means no Oak Hollow then. Not that it matters. I bet there's still nothing there but moss and mud.
Oh, he was picking on the little ones. I couldn't just stand there and watch. So I told him, learn how to kneel before asking others to. And that's when he snapped.
Couldn't beat him, but still threw down. That's just like you. By the way, I heard things aren't going too well at the Hunter's Den. Ma and Pa haven't come home in days, and the whole town is holding its breath. We ought to return those swords to Uncle Philo, too. Anyway, Main's Deep will have to wait a bit longer.
It's okay. We'll go after the high tide passes.
Really? Thought you'd be storming around about it. What if the whispers are real? And the great resonance ability too? Maybe that's how we end up heroes of heroes, both of us.
A hero of heroes.
That's still what you want, isn't it?
It is. I think everyone in the village wants that. The priestesses say that once you become a hero of heroes, even the dark tide won't scare you.
Makes sense. Not just any hero, but the hero of heroes. Feels a long way off for us.
But maybe it also means making people smile. If the dark tide disappeared, everyone would be happy, right?
That sounds too easy to be true. But if that's all it takes, you've done it already, Augusta. But skip Enric. Making a louse like him grin shouldn't count.
Augusta.
That's me. I guess there's no denying it now. I thought I might keep my foolishness as a child from you.
So Murmurstown, I mean, Fabianum, is your hometown?
Yes. It's been a long time. I never imagined I'd see my past like this.
I'm curious.
About Main's Deep and the Oak Hollow?
Yeah.
The name Fabianum once stood for glory. As Septimon's front line against the Dark Tide, it held the honor of receiving legends, like Fabius, Attilius, and Valeria. Perhaps that's why Hero of Heroes' tales always lingered here. The most popular one was the tale of a great journey to Main's Deep, the ruins of an ancient ancient civilization. It was said that if you brought 2 lives, yourself and your sword, you'd be granted entry. And within, you'd hear the unceasing whispers of the legendary heroes. Whispers, they say, capable of awakening resonance ability, as mighty as the hero's own. As for the Oak Hollow, said to lead to Main's Deep, just children's tales. No one ever knew if it was real. But Fabianum never found its hero of heroes. Ever since then, the name was lost, replaced by Murmur's Tone. A scar that Septimont refuses to face. The whole town held out until the very end. Yet no aid ever came from the city of Septimont. Later, I heard from the senior gladiators that on the very morning Fabianum fell, most of the Senate lords were still sound asleep in their warm beds. It wasn't the dark tide that doomed my hometown, but those in power who were blinded by greed and failed to act. Forgive me. I let my emotions get the better of me. I see. Then perhaps I should spend more time with you, like Yuno once did. Anyway, why did the Sonoro reveal all this to us?
Maybe it's helping us find that, pure dark tide frequency? The scent does feel clearer now, less muddled.
Or maybe it meant to show us something more.
A soul who endured the dark tide's corruption and still fights to speak the truth. His spirit deserves to be remembered. I will go to witness that truth with my own eyes.
Those phantoms up ahead. Looks like they've lost control.
Stay behind me. Honor cannot be sacrificed.
Tacit discord. Over there.
Time to work.
Let's return to the snarl. There's likely something new to see there.
This is it. At least, I'm not on my knees.
He's not breathing. Thank you. Stay close, Angel. It will be all right. It's right behind us. Don't let go of my hand. It's over by the alley. Let's go this way. Hang in there. Angel, hold my hand. Augusta. We're not gonna make it. Apollo! Augusta, are you going to face it alone? No, don't. Just come with me. I promise I'll get you out of here. No! Augusta! Augusta! Hey, you! Evil monster! Why don't you fight me? I'm not scared. Come on, I'm wide open. Don't look away. I'm not someone you can ignore. No! Not there! Look at me! I said, look at me! Angel! Angel!
The dark tide answers only to strength. Those without it are doomed to be forsaken. But tell me, can the throne of glory be claimed by one so weak?
The Dark Tide paid me no mind. Its target was always Angel. And the whispers, they were real, but not as the legends promised. What I heard were words of cruelty. None of it matters now. Those things belong to the past. I was a reckless child, a hatchling, flailing with a sword I could barely hold. True. Though back then, I didn't really have a choice. This is Septimont, a place where ideals bow to strength. As a child, I had no desire for power. But in the city of Septimont, if I wished to rise beyond my origin and silence arrogance dressed in fame and fortune, I had no other path. Now, my strength speaks in my stead, and my blade cuts down every slander. All but prejudice. I know well what those parasites in the Senate are plotting. Draped in the temple's name, they manipulate public opinion to secure themselves a place on Capitolini Hill. But their absurd schemes betray only fear. Too afraid to face me, they skulk in the shadows, hoping empty prophecies might bring me to my knees. It's not about belief. It's about not fearing them. The Dark Tide still haunts Septimont. People live in terror of losing their homeland again, and so they cling to the hope of a hero of heroes. As Septimont's Ephor, I must stay strong and answer their call. Our ruler has no right to falter. If my resonance ability raises doubts about my right to rule, then let the true hero of heroes step forth and challenge me. And if none appear, I will decide whether this title is worthy of the weight of a ruler's glory. One of the prophecies speaks of a hero of heroes, wielding extraordinary power, rising from the dark tides. As I see it, you, Rover, fit that image well. Should it be you? I would gladly accept your challenge. A person of immense strength is either a nemesis or a kindred spirit, both of which are intriguing to me and my blade.
Me? Honestly, the thought never crossed my mind. From what I've seen, being a true ruler isn't about having immense strength, whether that's a powerful resonance ability or sheer might. I've met people from Huanglong to Rinascita who live with real integrity. Their skills and backgrounds were all different, and none of them were perfect. But what defines them isn't strength or anything that can be measured. It's the spirit they were born with. resilient, unyielding. That can't be stolen. Believe me, Augusta. I see that same spirit in you.
I see. Yuno once said something similar to me. What happened within the Oak Hollow remains a mystery. All I know is, when I found her, her resonance ability had grown immensely. So powerful that even the Dark Tide could not withstand it. But she failed to control it. I could do nothing but watch as she transformed into something no longer human. After that, I never saw her again.
A dark tide occurrence 16 years ago. Its frequency must have been more stable than it is now. Maybe this is the truth the gladiator's spirit is trying to share.
Angel! You've defeated the Dark Tide. That's incredible. And your wounds? They're gone. Thank goodness. Did the Whispers give you their power? Angel, are you? Run.
It's that smell, Rover!
The truth, the Dark Tide, and the pure frequency. Are you certain that's what we're looking for? How could Angel be carrying the Dark Tide's frequency?
If anyone can sniff out the truth, it's Abby. But just to be sure, I'll send the data to Buling once we're out of here. The Black Shores will give us an answer.
All right.
It's all done, boss. Tethys ran the data through a couple filters, and we zeroed in on one spot in the hunting grounds. Pretty sure that's where the Sovereign's been hiding. I'm sending you the coordinates now.
So, the frequency legacy we collected really was from the Dark Tide.
Yeah, looks that way. But this one's weird. It feels still, like undisturbed water. Quiet like it's asleep. Basically, nothing is disturbing it. If I had to describe it, I'd say it's like a reverberation left behind when the dark tide slams headfirst into someone's forte. On its own, it's not as dangerous as the dark tide, but if it got mixed with another forte and stirred up, well, who knows what kind of explosion of power that could cause.
Angel and the Dark Tide. Understood. Let's go, Rover. Time to meet our prey. I'll tell the others to meet at that location.
Please hurry, everyone. The Anchor Stone must be in place before the Sovereign's hunt begins.
Such devotion. Forgive me, but you seem to forget your place, Avidius.
Is that so? Perhaps you'd like to remind me, my lord.
You must be aware of your rather underwhelming performance during the Tyrannus hunt. The Senate's patience is not boundless. It's reserved for those who deserve it. Unless you can present a triumph to match your exploits in Main's Deep, we'll have no choice but to reconsider your candidacy as Septimon's next ruler. Wake up, Avidius. Isn't Murmustown the very place where your glory began? That, Avidius, is your true arena. Yet here you are, entangled in Augusta's petty concerns, when you could be seizing something far greater.
How very amusing, Lord Falco. You seek a ruler strong enough to lead, yet pliable enough to be led. You'd have better luck finding a needle in the sea. Were I in your position, I'd keep my mouth shut. If Septimont falls, so will your ambitions. And allow me to remind you, I entered Main's Deep because I had no other choice, and my duty as a gladiator demanded it. The blood I shed, the blade I wielded, these were proof of loyalty, not entertainment for the Lords. If that's how you see it, then perhaps it is I who should reconsider this alliance.
How dare you!
Ha! Got some grit, eh? Haven't let ambition cloud your mind. I like that. Falco, what are you... Watch out!
He may be under the Hollow Figure's influence. Judging by his behavior, the Dark Tide has already corrupted his mind. The Anchor Stone is nearly in place. Sir Hercule, would you please take Lord Falco to rest? This isn't far from the entrance to Main's Deep. I remember finding Mizona nearby. It's a herb that helped my companions and me resist the Dark Tide's corruption. Lord Falco has paid for his pride. But as a former hero, hero he deserves a death free from the Dark Tide's torment. I will do what I can to help. Sir Hercule, please look after him. I'll bring the herb back. I promise it won't take long. Don't worry.
All right. You go do what you believe is right.
How could it be? No. It must be the Dark Tide's illusion. This wall. No. It can't be.
My fellow gladiators, our prey has finally revealed itself. Move to the marked coordinates. It's time to hunt.
This is the place. The smell's getting stronger.
No traces of the Sovereign. It must be hiding again. We must force it to show itself.
Perhaps this could work.
Over there.
Wind be my blade. Whirl and water.
ends like this. All able units, split into 2 teams. One will escort the wounded back to base, while the other prepares supplies and maintains position.
Boss, what's going on? I got a bad feeling just now and Tessus won't stop pumping out alerts. Uh-huh. Figures. That area you're in has very many warriors. For the Sovereign, it's like having a free buffet. And sure enough, you blink and it's already swallowed up all the surrounding frequencies. Now it's a real nightmare. That said, the situation's bad, no doubt, but we're not out of moves yet. The dark tide isn't spreading at full speed. If we act fast and find the Sovereign's weak spot, we might just pull a miracle for Rinascita. Let's see. Fire under earth, light be blocked. That's it! Tessus is showing messy internal frequencies and unstable structures. Looks like after stuffing itself with all those frequencies, the Sovereign's completely scrambled inside. If we can stir up the mess in its gut, even with something small, we might just throw him off balance. And then maybe we can wrest the Earth-Rend wedge back and readjust it to...
Terrible timing. Is there any other way to reach her?
It's the dark tide. The entire frequency range is under its control. In other words, we're completely cut off here.
How vexing. The dark tide's inside. If we feed that monster something else.
Right, the Anchor Stone. You're suggesting we let the Sovereign absorb the Anchor Stone. If it works, it could suppress it from the inside.
Very sharp. But before we act, there are 2 things we need to prepare. First, we need to get the Sovereign to open up and swallow the Anchor Stone like a good boy. That will be on you and Augusta, Rover. Second, the dark tide itself must be stabilized to keep the Sovereign nice and solid. My job, naturally. No one else is fit for the task.
No. The Sovereign is far stronger than before. And you've only just recovered. There's no way you can take on that much resonance energy at once.
I'm not made of glass, Augusta. I am Yuno, the most gifted priestess Septimont has seen in generations. If anyone can hold back the dark tide, it's me. And I'm not going to fall on you that easily. Besides, the sacred flames already showed me my end. In the warmth of spring, surrounded by white flowers, with gentle eyes watching over me. But that day is still far from today. At worst, I'll just need more time to recover. Everything's going to be all right. I promise. Then it's settled. I'll let you prepare. Just give me a signal when you're near the Earth-Render. I won't be able to hold the Sovereign's form for long, so make the most of that window. Did you forget anything? Useful, isn't it? Keep it close. No matter where you go, a part of me goes with you. Got it? Since I've given you a tool so practical, I'll ask something in return. Just one thing. Promise me you'll stay by Augusta's side and face whatever destiny sets upon you, together. This isn't a command or a suggestion, it's a personal request. Only you can do this.
You know.
I think I understand what the unknowable void in your fate really means. It's not nothingness, Rover. All along, it's represented a future that can't be defined by anything but your own will. As long as that void exists, you control your story. Your existence is the meaning itself. So please, support Augusta with everything you have. I've seen how much she trusts you. So trust her in return. No matter what happens, you are not to doubt her in the slightest. That's the spirit. All right, you two. Stop standing around and get moving. The sooner you settle this, the sooner I get to leave this boring place.
You know, one last question. For someone without an unwritten fate, is it true they can never break free, no matter how hard they struggle?
I don't know.
That's all right. Let's go, Rover.
Wait, Augusta! I've been thinking. Our final fate might already be written, but how we walk that path is up to us. We as humans are meant to carve our own way forward. If we can't rewrite fate, then we chase it, outpace it. Then when we catch up, we'll smack it right in the face. Don't forget what you once said. A ruler assumes their place by accomplishing the impossible for their subjects.
Let's head to the borders of Merma's Town, Rover. The anchor stone Avidius and the others set there could come in handy.
Oh, Carlo. I saw it. Main's deep. It doesn't exist. Is it because of me? My memories. No.
be a fine. Sometimes I get a little carried away.
Time for another adventure.
Anything I can help you with?
I alone will decide whether it's for sure. Scissors at the ready. I alone will decide.
Let me be there for everyone. As we head toward our shared future, let me be there for let me be there for everyone. Let me be there for everyone. As we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind. Here. Why did you...
Bulling mentioned even something small could have a great influence. The smaller, the more unnoticed. Come, stand with me to face our reckoning. Let this small thing pry open the cracks in fate's door.
Leave it to me.
Honor cannot be sullied.
Go chase your fate, Augusta.
Nothing, just something on my mind. Do you still remember what the Whispers told me 16 years ago? The dark tide answers only to strength. Those without it are doomed to be forsaken. Now I think of it, it is rather interesting. I've never told anyone this before. But ever since the dark tide decided to forsake me, those broken whispers have never left. They echoed in every battle, telling me when to dodge, when to strike. But with each opponent that fell, the whispers began to fade. Until I became the Ephor. That's when they returned. Louder, never giving me a single moment of peace. I tried to shut them out, but every time I strayed from their guidance, fate would strike me down in the cruelest of ways. I thought I was the master of my fate, but the truth is, they always knew the path better than I ever could. The old prophecy about Reguna, that they once whispered to me, has come true. Now, it is time for me to put their power to the test.
leave it to me. What? What exactly do you want to do, Alyssa? The wicked will face judgment. Hopefully this helps.
One of the prophecies speaks of a hero of heroes. As I see it, you, Rover, fit that image well.
As long as that void exists, you control your story. Your existence is the meaning itself.
So this is her plan. Using this battle to mark me a hero of heroes so the temple's prophecy will be fulfilled. Augusta.
Give everything, Rogue! I have realized this is the duty I must fulfill. Ha! That's it! Show me your strength! The one who stands beside me for the throne is you! And only.
The wicked will face waves rise. Judgment strikes. Whirl and wuthering. Hopefully this helps.
You still have a chance. The divinity of us forgets even the gravest sins. Resist no longer. Do not waver. Step forward and receive the divine gift. With this power, you shall rise as the one true ruler of Septimus.
And glory return with the blood of the old king. You proved the prophecy true. So why now? Why this sudden urgency to stop me from fulfilling it? Unless I was your target all along. That power you spoke of was always just a trap. Answer me. Who are you? And what did you do to Angel?
How foolish, Augusta. The will of the divine is not to be too small to comprehend the grand vision.
Rover, what is stopping you from being Septimon's hero of heroes? You, the Unwritten One, are blessed to shape your own fate. And I must walk my own path as ruler. Go, fulfill the prophecy that was always meant to be. I give my blood, so that the true hero may rise!
Brazen, faithless one, receive the judgment of the heavens. The sacred crucible shall reshape your soul.
Fool. I already said Raguna's divinity didn't get a seat on the ship.
This is your end, Augusta.
But we're not done just yet.
Insolent heretic. Very well. If this is what you want, we shall grant you an endless peace of despair.
My sword.
Kato,
Where's my sword?
what haunts you, my teacher?
A hero shouldn't fall to the dark tide. I need my sword to fight back.
Please, take it. Take it and fight for what you believe in.
Thankless empathy. Left with nothing. Doomed like a speck of dust. The throne of glory will never be claimed by the weak.
A loser. Left with nothing. How wrong you are.
My lady,
People follow
allow
us,
me to join you.
for it never fails to light their way. This is how I rule. I will show you with my own fist! Ah! Honor can...
Augusta.
We meet again, my friend. It seems my will won't let me miss a chance to fight side by side. Come, Rover. I've been waiting for this moment. lost to the dark tide. I hear your cries. Join me in battle! Let that false divinity witness what true heroes are and what it means to wield unshakable power! May applause greet you, heroes of Septimont. A hard-won battle, wasn't it? Yes. It's all thanks to you, Rover, Septimon's hero of heroes.
In that case, I could say the same to you. As the prophecy goes, the hero of heroes wielding extraordinary power rising from the dark tides. As I see it, you, Augusta, fit that image well.
Extraordinary power. That's a bit much. I know my limits. But I do think I've earned that title. And it's one we could share together. Besides, the temple never said there could only be one hero of heroes.
What really happened to you in the Dark Tide? I thought you might have...
It wasn't a pleasant experience. But in a strange way, it was refreshing. If you want to hear the full story, I'll tell you another time. But back inside the Dark Tide, I think the lost frequencies were always guiding me, shaping who I was becoming. Even trapped in that abyss of despair, those fallen heroes never gave up. They lit a faint, warm light in the dark for me. And you, along with everyone who stood by me. Without you, we couldn't have won this battle. Perhaps the title of ruler is too narrow and too hollow to define the true spirit of humankind. A civilization's glory is forged by generations of brave souls. It was never meant to be one person's medal of honor.
I want to ask you something. Why did you ask me to join the hunt?
Because my warriors and I wanted to fight beside someone like you. And that hasn't changed. But I will be honest. Part of it was because of your unwritten fate. I'd been preparing for this hunt for a long time. At first, All we had were a few vague glimpses from the priestesses, and a handful of prophetic murals. No one knew when or how the disaster would strike. And then, you showed up. You've surely seen the unfinished mural in the temple, the blank wall and the unwritten fate. So I took a gamble, believing you were the key to this hunt. I couldn't explain it back then, not when I wasn't certain myself. But in the end, we realized what that blank represents. And my gamble paid off. The one who deserves to be a hero of heroes, with power over the Earthrend Wedge. Thank you for your trust. Now it's time for me to honor my promise. This is the end of our journey. The Earthrend Wedge. It hasn't been quite what I expected, but I'm very glad we made it this far together.
Imperator.
Go. I'll wait for you here.
Discoid. This warmth. I feel you, Imperator. I'd better get back.
Did you find what you seek? A discoid. Looks like a compass. The structure's odd. There might be a hidden compartment inside. Can you try opening it? If this relic was left by the Sentinel, brute force won't get us anywhere. We'll need a different approach. Maybe a special key, a mechanism, or a password? Any ideas?
There's a friend of mine who, well, she knows a lot about Imperator. She might be able to help solve this mystery. More importantly, her powers are unique. The Earthrender's holding back the dark tide for now, but those sudden outbreaks and the way it's fixated on you, it's not just a coincidence. If anyone can put an end to the dark tide's threat in Septimont, it's her.
Sounds like someone worth meeting. Do introduce me later. I'm curious what kind of person she is. But one thing I'm sure of, she must be a formidable opponent, and a figure to be respected, like you.
You two share a lot in common, actually. I think you'd get along. I'll reach out to her once we're back. She wasn't able to travel before due to some unavoidable reasons, but now I think the timing's right.
All right. Let's set all this aside and enjoy the victory we've earned. There's probably a bonfire roaring at the encampment by now. Rover, it's time to return to those waiting for us. We won this battle, but the war is far from over. The road ahead still steeped in blood and thorns. But with you, and everyone who stood beside us, the banner of Septimont will never fall. With the eternal sun as my witness, the name of hero belongs to you all.
What a beautiful ending, my near-perfect protagonist. I must confess, even I didn't see this coming. Should this be your final act? No. No, allow me this small indulgence as your creator. The quill of fate may be sharp and cold, but still I want to see how far the soul I created can go. After all, it's the stories that sink deepest into the mire that stir the heart most, don't you think?
It's been a while, Rinascita.
What prey do we hunt this time?
The Trenodian.
edges of the sun. Can I touch it? No, no, wait. Can I try it on? I'll polish your sheath for you. Congratulations.
A bit dicey that there for a moment.
What a wonderful day. I'm so glad we did it. Well done, you.
May joy also be upon you, my friend. The Sovereign is dead. Now we pause in our victory to honor the hero of heroes and all those who stood by her side. I am Bruno, Master of Ceremonies for the occasion. I had hoped to greet you alongside Augusta, but she was called away. The Senate insists on wasting her time with their trifles. We wish to bestow upon you the honor of Rosebearer. Roses symbolize our glory and triumph, to be shared with all who are gathered here. Yes, it's a ceremonial role. Don't worry, it's pretty simple, and you won't be handing out too many. At the height of the celebration, everyone will toss their petals into the air. We will all shower in the flowers. Your task will be to distribute the petals beforehand. You have been chosen by the people, but you are held in the highest regard. The people of Septimont gave their all on the battlefield. Now, after fighting side by side, we'll share honey and wine beneath a rain of petals. You are our first non-local Rosebearer, but I believe you were already chosen the moment you cut through the Dark Tide's miasma. Without you, the Sovereign's defeat would not have been possible. Yes. Oh, I hope you won't decline. This is not only Augusta's wish, it's the people's too. When Augusta arrives, she'll join the other Rosebearers. I'm sure those who partook in the hunt will be honored to receive petals from you. Very well. I'll leave it in your capable hands. As for who you choose and how, trust your instincts. It's just like a toast or a priestess's oration. All part of the celebration. No need to overthink it. Now, enjoy.
Septimont! To peace after the storm! Yes! To the hero of heroes! To you, to me, to... Wait, is that a rover?
Oh, good. When the time comes, I'll hurl the glory eye and let the wind carry it far. Let the world see our triumph.
Oh, since you're here, anything you want to drink? Speak up. Theseus and I'll take care of it. Right to the point, eh? Fine. Enjoy yourself. The night's just beginning. If you're interested, you should go listen to the priestess. Her orations are one of the highlights of the celebration.
Who's leading it this time? Oh, it's not Lilibet, is it?
I'm still worried. The paradise was stopped, right? But the dark tide isn't gone for good. The sovereign's gone. But what if something worse is waiting for us?
You're hopeless. So what if tomorrow's uncertain? Does that mean tonight doesn't matter? That's the spirit. Tonight is for those who've bled for it. All of us. Speaking of which, Rover, you're here early. Got a little something for us? Oh, knew it! You were always gonna be one of the rose bearers.
The fragrance really makes the glory linger. Thank you. Be sure to save some for those who fought by your side.
If I were them, I'd gather petals from every bearer, then, when you least expect it, give you a small surprise. Huh? You know? There's not much left. I'll hand some out over there. These petals of glory. I wish I could be more. Looks like the oration they mentioned.
Yeah.
I see. Oh, yes. I thought for sure it'd be at an event like this. Oh well. Guess I'll catch her later.
Yes. I fear that until Grandmother Lilibet finds a gifted successor, we shall not glimpse further into Septimon's future. By the light and fate above us, we are but apprentices carving insights into stone, passing their words along. Once, fate flowed like a thread. It guided reverent seekers to glimpse Septimon's end. Under the tide's surge, all was overturned. No soul was spared. Until the Unwritten One arrived from afar to join forces with Augusta. With the Chorosaurus as bait, she cut through the dark tide's miasma to reveal the truth. With the false sovereign's blood, a new ruler was crowned. The prophesied end was averted, thanks to Augusta and the Unwritten One. From now on, fear no longer grips me. The dark tide retreats into the forgotten night, and countless souls drink from pure waters again. The new hero of heroes, Augusta, shall lead Septimont into a new age. Thus, the present now aligns with the prophecy Grandmother Lilibet once foresaw in Septimont's auguries.
Prophecy of the end, and how we managed to lure the Sovereign out. The order and the story are right, but something's missing. You speak of me and Augusta, but what of Yuno?
Who is Yuno? Unwritten one, you leave me baffled. Are you suggesting that my recounting missed someone named Yuno? I don't find the name familiar. I should know this Yuno you speak of, yes?
Yuno is a priestess, just like you. More than that, she wielded the moon bow and fought alongside me and Augusta in the hunt. We defeated the Sovereign together. Don't you all remember?
Impossible. As a priestess myself, I can tell you with certainty that none among us bear that name. And I must remind you, we rarely take part in hunts. Our place is with the flames in Tetragon Temple. The hunt for the Sovereign involved many. Perhaps you are mistaken and confused her for someone else.
No, this can't be. I don't know what a priestess is supposed to be, but I do know what Yuno is like, and I'm certain she's a priestess. You mentioned cutting through the Dark Tide's miasma. Tell me, if Yuno wasn't there, then who shot the moon arrow?
Who shot the moon arrow? What do you mean? You were the one who dispelled the miasma. Yes. On the cliffside, you struck with your sword to cut through the Dark Tide. Don't you remember, Unwritten One?
Their accounts are all true, except when it comes to Yuno. How they react to her name is completely wrong. Everything she did, they attribute to me. They're not just forgetting. It's as if Yuno never existed to them at all. Could this be possible? This distortion in perception? Is it a remnant of the Sovereign's power? Or is this the work of the Fraxidus again?
I heard what you said to the priestess. No, I've never even heard of her. You should know, I've been stationed in this camp longer than most. Memory ain't bad either. Been thinking, maybe the Dark Tide's crawled into your head. Could be you're suffering from dissociation, a side effect of all that exposure. Word is, people who get too close end up seeing things. Hallucinations, delusions, the works. Some of them go as far as thinking they see the dead. Or worse, some start calling themselves tacit discords. The Sovereign was built from the Dark Tide itself. Who knows what it swallowed before it came for us? Could be worse than what you're used to. You see, the thing is, it's not like there's one solid name for it. Happens in all kinds of ways, different for each person. And, at any rate, dissociation is just a problem in perception. Some folks let it eat at them for life. Others know what's real and what ain't. They keep away from the Dark Tide. And before long, they start feeling all right. How are you feeling? You need to rest up a bit. Oh, looks like Augusta's finally here. She's been through it too. Faced the Sovereign just like you. If you're still doubting, maybe talk to her. Could help.
My friend, you've come. Bruno has already filled you in on the Rosebearer matter, yes? How are the celebrations treating you?
Augusta, do you remember Yuno?
Yuno?
Yes, she was often by your side. The one with the bow like the moon. She joined our hunt for the Sovereign.
Everyone has forgotten. No, that's not it. Everyone says they've never even seen her before. But you remember her. You remember everything that happened. You are certain she is real, and cannot exist in your memories alone. I know what you're feeling, because I felt it too. The Dark Tide's frequencies twisted my perception as well. Made me see things that weren't real. The Sovereign's whispers dogged me for decades, tempting me to accept its gift. But that's all in the past. I know now that to find peace, I must see through the deception, fight it, and conquer it. Because of my sword. It reflects everything that happened in Murma's town. Existence always leaves a trace. Beyond feeling, memory, and perception. Is there anything that can prove this Yuno isn't an illusion?
After this, I shall likely sleep like I've never slept before. Say, I heard the Montelli family imported some device that aids sleep. It's all the rage. Augusta, I trust you will acquire one for me. I wish to try it myself. Scented candles are fine, though the scent of the forest is most pleasing. As for pillows and bedding...
That's enough. I allow requests, but only 3.
Apologies, but I need my rest if I'm to be at full power. Do bear with it. It's for your own good, after all. And you, Unwritten One, were I to indulge in a bit of selfishness, you'd forgive me, wouldn't you? Oh, didn't think the great Unwritten Rover would be so stingy. Well, lucky for you, I'm feeling generous today. Now, what brings you to me? Really? You've traveled all this way just to return what I gave you, is that it? Was it truly such a burden for you? If one day this bracelet becomes meaningless to anyone else, I hope you will remain the exception, Unwritten One. But perhaps in that distant future, forgetting might prove far easier than remembering. Never mind. In any case, you are not to return it. It's something I've carried with me ever since I was bestowed the title of priestess. Keep it for me, if only as a keepsake. Well, until we meet again, I suppose.
This bracelet belongs to Yuno.
Quite the unique design. Like a crescent moon. But still, I'm sorry. I wish I could offer you the answer you seek, but to me, it's just an ordinary bracelet. Nothing about it stands out. When you mentioned her name, I tried to recall any trace of her in my memories. But there is nothing. What has passed is clear, and she feels like an extra piece to a puzzle. One that doesn't quite fit.
How can this be? You spent the most time with her.
Rover, wait! What did you see?
Yuno.
Of course. Only you would be the exception.
So you've known this all along?
A death that shouldn't have happened. Traded for an unforetold victory. A fair deal. Now, I am but a fading sliver of moonlight. I'm sorry, but even I fear being forgotten.
Hey, Rover. You're alright. You've been standing here for ages. So, Yuno's really gone. Just like that. Well, duh. Even though I was snoozing on and off, I still remember everything that went down. Crystal clear. You told me the first time you met Yuno was in the arena, right? She scared the toga off that other team with just a few words. Intimidating stuff. But when I actually met her, she was... Yeah, totally. We got so much done with her on the hunt trip. She even invited us to the Tetragon Temple to check out the murals. Oh, and we caught that giant blue spiky TD, which led us to that big bad stinky thing. Yep, and I'm pretty sure she was the one who took that moon bow and blasted the dark tide wide open. Not you, not anyone else. And that bracelet. She gave it to us to lure out that nasty big fella. Even asked us to keep it for her. So it doesn't matter whatever anyone else thinks. Or what happened to her. You remember her. And I do too. It wasn't some made-up crap.
Yuno once said she glimpsed the end, where she would be the last one standing. But now, this end never came. And Yuno is dead. Is this the cost of changing destiny? Did she know she'd disappear, but accepted it anyway?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, we didn't even get to have a proper goodbye.
I don't care if Yuno foresaw her fate and chose this path for herself. All I know is I won't let it end like this. Not with her fading into oblivion. Like Augusta said, everything that exists leaves a trace. Since she's a priestess, I'm sure to find traces of her in Tetragon Temple. Halid could be the breakthrough I need.
That's the spirit! Look at ya, snapping out of that funk. Knew you'd be back at it soon enough. I still got some kinks to work out before I'm in my Super Echo Abbey form, but you can bet I'll be here. Remembering everything that happened. We'll figure something out, whatever it takes. Even when I'm just riding along. I'm in this with you, pal.
Strange. Lilibet and the other priestesses aren't here. The temple seems empty. Yuno's bracelet is shining. The light is pointing at a wall. Where could this lead? mural changed. Cherish every gain. Remnants of the past. Is this rewriting what was, or revealing what should have been?
Trapped in your own pathetic shell, and you still think you're the king of the world. Who's there? Show yourself! Yes. Yes. I've been waiting for this moment.
It's you. The person I need to lure fails to show, and now you're here to mock me. Is that it? You speak so innocently, as if my being here wasn't all your doing. You brought me to Tetragon Temple to try to erase me from the story, all so you could summon the one behind it all. I played along. I agreed to be watched here because I wanted to see him, wanted to look him in the eye. But now it's clear we'll both be disappointed. I am fate's discarded pawn. And he couldn't care less what happens to me. There's no one else here. No need to put on an act.
He doesn't look like he's lying. But this is the first time I've been here. Priestesses, Tetragon Temple. Could this be Yuno's doing? For Avidius here, Yuno has also never existed. Whatever she did in the past is now my doing. That's why he thinks I'm behind all this.
At this point, what do I have left to hide? I always thought I was the hero who conquered Main's Deep, the one more worthy of ruling than even Augusta. Until the day I led the charge to Murmur's Town. Determined to stop my comrades from falling to the dark tide and prove I had what it took to be king, I walked to the door I had passed 1,000 times, only to find a dead end. Nothing was ever there. Did I even come here before? When did I conquer this place, and with whom? At that moment, I realized so much was blank. Disconnected dots, scattered and meaningless. How pitiful. Everyone knows my deeds, yet no one can explain how. And I can't find a single soul who's actually witnessed my so-called exploits. Yes. So I tore through my memories until I saw a hand holding a feathered quill. And I realized an undeniable truth. Existence is anchored in connection, feeling, and memory. They are its very manifestation. So if someone uses their resonance ability to fabricate a memory of the hero of heroes everyone expects and convinces them it's real, does such a fabricated person really exist? And what of you? The one they call the unwritten one. An undefined, unknowable void that can anchor unimaginable connections. Imagine the existence that could emerge.
Enough, you arrogant fool. I did not allow you to stay here so you could defile fate with your delusions. Please excuse this disturbance, Unwritten One. Whatever you need to say, we'll discuss it back in the hall.
Every game.
My apologies. I should have been here to receive you. But some priestesses run into some trouble. I had to step away. Simply put, aside from what's already been verified, we can no longer see any other of Septimon's auguries. The full scope has always been out of reach, but this feeling of being blocked by an impenetrable white barrier is something I've never encountered. It's as if there's nothing there at all. Well, there is a silver lining. Septimon's auguries concern Septimon's future. But as for smaller, individual futures, we can still see those. For instance, I saw Avidius making a commotion not long ago. But let's talk about why you are here first. Augusta mentioned your situation and said you might come looking for me. You seek help in finding a priestess by the name of Yuno. I wish she were a figment of your imagination, a product of your proximity to the Dark Tide. That would make things much simpler. Because I did find a record of a priestess named Yuno. But according to the record, she died 3 years ago, buried where the Dark Tide swallowed the Spring Basin. You must understand, death and disappearance are two different concepts. If Yuno truly died 3 years ago, then she couldn't have been your companion 3 years later, let alone have existed up until today. In other words, if Yuno disappeared today, and was erased from the memories of Augusta, myself, and everyone else, then the death 3 years ago must have been a fabrication. If someone has truly disappeared from this world, do they need a fabricated death? Likewise, when someone dies, they no longer exist in a way that others can feel. These two causal chains should be clear. But they crossed paths with you, the unknowable void. Although I hate to admit it, Avidius was right. Since you still remember Yuno, and thus hold on to that last connection between her and the world, you've essentially anchored her. This has caused the causal chain to become tangled. The ending is still unwritten. Right now, she is but a spectre, stuck reliving her past in the chaos between life and death, between existence and non-existence. So you wish to use yourself as a vessel, to anchor the memories, feelings, and connections with Yuno in the chaos, manifesting her back into existence.
Anchor, manifest, whatever you want to call it. All I know is Yuno's not gone because of me. So why shouldn't I be able to bring her back? If I can tangle the causal chain, why can't I create a new possibility?
Your thinking is bold, to say the least. But do you really understand? Chaos isn't just disorder. It's the aggregation of all things. A web of cause and effect. The convergence of infinite possibilities. If you end up lost within it, you risk being consumed, never to return. Even ones such as we, guided by fate, can only pull small insights from certain shores of destiny. What if you enter only to find that you cannot bring Yuno back? Chaos isn't a place in the usual sense. The key to entering isn't about where you are, but what's happening and what you do in that moment. I suspect that 3 years ago, this priestess must have done something that defied fate, which set the course for her inevitable disappearance. If you can get close to that inescapable knot in the causal chain, maybe you'll find a way in. Even with no certainty, you're still heading toward that death trap. Unwritten one. You've made up your mind, haven't you? I understand. One must try at least. Very well. I'll accompany you there. We're here. This is where the record says she died 3 years ago. Nothing here. Well, that's okay. You tried, Unwritten One. Guided by the light of fate, we walk the web of futures. Many seek prophecies to follow or to break free from, all in pursuit of harmonious completeness. I've never doubted your judgment of Yuno. But if, as you say, she knew what would happen and still chose this path, could it be that this was the closest she could get to true completeness? If you refuse this ending, how can you be certain that you can create a better one? A life with all its experiences and feelings, shredded, scattered, and thrown into the realm of chaos. What you find there may not be beautiful. It will be filled with pain and emptiness. Even if you do find a way in, your time together may be brief, with so much uncertainty. Do you still feel that you must go?
If there were any doubt, now I'm sure.
Wait, you...
I'm not rejecting the ending Yuno wrote. I just want to fix the regret she left behind. This isn't the ending I'm happy with. That's all. Forgetting may be easier than remembering. But let that be the choice of someone alive, not one who's already gone. Right now, I don't want to lose anything I still have.
The secret to anchoring lies in connection and its manifestation. If you find what remains of her in the chaos, and she responds to you, then follow her guidance, for that will be the only fragile rope connecting you, her, and this world.
Endlessly cycling, shattering futures. Is this chaos? Unsalvageable, fractured into pieces. This is chaos. Countless possibilities, both true and not true. This is chaos. Until every anchor is revealed, laid bare in the light.
Can't see where it ends. Can't tell where I am either. Is this the chaos between life and death? Between existence and non-existence? That's Yuno in the center.
You know, you're calling me. Are you here for me? Why would someone be looking for me?
She looks the same as she did when she faded away. A sliver of moonlight. How long has she been lost in this chaos?
I know you. You are unwritten. A blank. An unwritten blank. Unwritten. I will guide the unwritten with the moonlight to find more of me.
She responded to me. Now, she's guiding me. Even if it's just a trace of her, I found her. Now that fragile rope connecting her, me, and the world is already in my hands. Where are you taking me?
Just don't let go of my hand.
Let me be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind.